Interview.
Death is the leader of the Four Horsemen, kind of the caretaker. He is a do-whatever-it-takes kind of guy. Very versatile, very resourceful, believes in protecting his kin and defending them no matter the cost. War, on the other hand, the character you got to play in DS1 is more of a stoic, by the rules, follow the law, honor-driven, kind of a guy who was wrongfully accused for starting the apocalypse, and Death is taking it upon himself to do what he can to redeem his brother. Well, for a long time during the development of Darksiders 1, we didn't really know what the game was. We were kind of feeling around for it, working on something that we thought was going to be cool, but we didn't have an intimate familiarity with what the final project was going to be, because it was our first time coming together as a group, working on new technology. That was very much in its infancy back then, and so we had to overcome a lot of technical issues, trying new design things that we weren't sure were going to be solid and play out. A lot of things got cut, so the game felt like a big mystery. Now, working on a sequel, we already have a team in place. During DS1, we had to build a studio, build a new IP, and build technology at the same time, and that was tough. Now that we have a lot more of that in place for the sequel, we feel like we're refining the direction that we're heading in, as opposed to creating it from scratch. So it's given us a lot more confidence. Since Darksiders 2 is largely taking place in a fantasy environment, that gives us more freedom to explore the context. The environment that, or the environments I should say, that Death is going to find himself in are going to be pushed to the limit visually. We're going to have a lot more fun with it. We want to take advantage of Joe Mad's amazing comic book style and really do a good job of expressing it and bringing it to life. We don't have the limitations of being on Earth like we did before. We're pulling away from photorealism and going more in an exaggerated hand-painted direction. That is a lot more fun to work on, animate, and paint and build the characters for. They've got interesting proportions. We're doing really cool stuff with the way characters are designed, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. In all honesty, if we had the bandwidth and the time, I believe DS1 would have been more of a role-playing experience than it is. I mean, it's pretty light on the character building elements. We're big fans of RPGs at Vigil, and we feel like we had enough of the technology in place to take the next step. A lot of things that are great about sequels is you end up adding the features that you really wanted the first time that you had to cut because you just didn't have the time or the budget. So we're excited about making DS2 more of the game that we wish DS1 originally was, if we had the resources at the time. I can't give you a release window just yet, but we are planning a sim ship on 4 platforms, so PC, Wii U, PS3, and Xbox 360.